And we're starting with the scalp today. I am recording and I left you on unmute. So if you want to talk about, well, whatever, but just remember that it is recording. And if you have background noise or, barking dogs or anything that would be disruptive, I'd ask you to mute.
Can you hear my space heater? Is that a problem?
No, I can hear it, and it doesn't bother me as white noise. So if you have shoulder pain or you sleep on your side, or any neck, come into that occipital ridge and follow it up and around. If you feel sore spots, it probably is an area of tension in your fascia. And what I do with scalp blasting is I use it when I shampoo. And that way I get a little bit every day. And I hang in my inversion table. So I blast my scalp quite a bit, but it's sore today. So I think I've been sleeping funny on my shoulders. When you get your arm on your side like this, that's not good. Okay, so you can see my hair is tangly. I went to bed with wet hair and I didn't get a huge knot. And you just do it methodically like that. And we're gonna move on to another area. And I just have on some sweats and stuff to stay warm, which I don't know if you can see I'm glistening. It does work to put on some warm clothes and be in a warm area. Just gonna change my view here. Okay, all right. And let's go around our neck and face. Bought some new stuff. Amazing Minerals Moisturizer. It's from the Dead Sea. So it's allergy season pretty much everywhere right now. May, I would think in the Midwest you have the Mother's Day. What are those purple things? Lilacs. In Nebraska and Minnesota, we always had a lot of lilacs blooming around Mother's Day. And in Arizona, we have a lot of blooming too. So face blasting around your sinuses always feels good. And I just go everywhere. I don't count strokes. I just think movement. Give everything a little massage. And this is the side I slept on. Funny. And it's even sore. Usually this whole line will get sore. So if you're a side sleeper, try not to be. Get all around the ear, the jaw. Coming down into my neck. And working my way from my neck down into my chest area. And I'm also putting lotion on the back. And I think all of you know I use lotion. I use different stuff. I use lotion a lot if, so I'm going hiking right when we're done with classes today. My girlfriend's gonna be outside on the street honking at me probably. I'm like, give me a minute to get dressed. And she's like, well, you hike in your yoga clothes anyway. And I'm like, well, just give me a minute. So I try to get the lotion off. Oil's a little bit, tougher to get off, but if you use lotion or something else, you have to use a little more because it soaks in quicker. But it works. And I'm getting, with my FasciaBlaster, I'm going to get all the way around. And then I'm going to switch to a bigger blaster. Feel free to use, I know some people like the new mini paddle. It's too big for me for this area. I'm a little too bony here. Just coming all the way around. Getting that SCM. This muscle here. I like putting my hand on top of my head, getting this shoulder in a relaxed position. Getting that trap. I'm going to go back to the fronts. I'm going to turn my FasciaBlaster on the side and kind of peel out of the clavicle area. And I just am lightly going across, just very, very lightly. And then I'm going to come to my other side and I'm also going to peel up a little bit here. This little triangular area here is often a area of contention. All right, if you want to do any other size on your chest area, go for it. I like taking my mini 2, or you can also go across. A little risky that I might be flashing you here any minute. So, take your choice there. And then I'm actually going to take my mini 2 today, go down my arms, and then I'm going to come in with my smaller blaster. How's everyone doing? Good, good?
Tired. Some reason.
Drink some water. Coffee, water, tea. Now I'm going to go to my other side. I'm gonna take actually maybe I'll try my little paddle. Come over the tops. Yeah, that works nice. And again, if you're using the handle, that's great. Just make sure that you're not torquing your elbow. If you start getting any elbow pain, if you get caught in a funny wrist position, it's almost easier to grab it by the handle. And the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my FasciaBlaster, and I'm gonna get this muscle right here. Boom. Okay. So I have never, I've been doing this a lot, 6 years, and I have never, swollen up you can see my muscle there that I'm blasting. Now, a lot of people get, when we caution about lymph nodes, you just don't want to be in there digging in that soft spot. I think I've said that enough that you kind of know, and I think you can easily see that I have the pec muscle there that I'm blasting. It comes into your shoulder, into your delt, and when we're forward, that gets tight. So this morning, I've been up quite a couple hours, so it's hard for me to blast this area right here in class, but this is super important. I put this other shirt on today to kind of show you. Make sure you're coming down lower than what I'm showing you. So you want to be all in here on the ribs. And a good one to use here, what I do is I take my big paddle blaster and just go back and forth, or my master with extenders, right here, right where your bra would go, or right where your scapula and your delts come onto your ribs. We really need to get that area. Oh, I was upstairs blasting. I think I left my paddle blaster up there. Oh, I did. Okay. Other spots on the arm, up on the top, the wrist. These are good with the FasciaBlaster. Kind of on top of the hand. Get up on top of that shoulder, if you can reach back a little bit. Even sometimes it's nice just to take the FasciaBlaster and scrub through your shoulder blade. Okay, let's go to the other side.
No.
And coming down that arm. Any spots that feel good with FasciaBlaster, coming back on that shoulder. And then I'm going to flip my arms. I'm going to flip and get just the bicep, tricep, the underside. That's always comes off on my clothes. What are you all using here?
Lotion.
Lotion? Which blaster?
Oh, sorry. Face.
Base?
Face for me too.
Yep.
I like the Face, the Master, or the Mini too, I think. Once in a while I'll grab in the middle of my original. Just so easy to use that FasciaBlaster and get in and scrub. So I'm going to just go over it with the Mini 2, get a little deeper. And then I'm going to go to my other side. While you're finishing that arm, I'm going to run and grab my paddle blaster. I promise I'll be right back. Okay, keep blasting that other arm. All right, well, let's get our upper back. Love the Master Blaster up here, well, and the face, but I just have the old school extenders on. Old school meaning hardware store extenders. And they do pop off once in a while, but it's okay. So I'm just trying to get over by that scapula area. And then the back of the other shoulder. On top. And then I switch arms. other shoulder. And I think I showed you this last week, that this is my favorite thing with these master, and I literally just wrap my elbows around it, and I just grind in there around my spine. And I'm actually shrugging my shoulders up and down. It feels so good. My whole back is just like cracking. And then I'm just going to take a regular, come up around my neck, maybe get into my occipital. Maybe, cradle my spine and turn my head to massage those muscles. And I'm going to get to my lower back. So you definitely want to get your sides here as well. So this is where I come all the way through. I don't like using my FasciaBlaster over my clothes. I'm afraid the claws are going to pop off. But without your clothes, you really want to hit this area right here. All the way down to your hips and your sacrum. Include your obliques on this. And if it didn't look like I really lubed up, I blasted my back really good this morning for 20 minutes. And so and then I put my sweatshirt on. So I'm still kind of hydrated and it's all oiled up, lotion. I'm going to switch to another blaster, like a bigger claw, maybe my Big Daddy. Actually, I'm going to use my master a little bit. Get around the hips. Coming down on my sacrum. Oh, I'm getting across my ribs. Now I'm going to switch to another. Big Daddy back here. Big Daddy. So you'll see how once in a while I'll bend over, get that superficial layer, and then I'll bend back to make the muscles relax, to push in there a little deeper. I'm going to drop down to a little on my abdominals. I have a step or a ball here, whatever you may want, or if you want to just sit up straight. I want to get around my ribs. I have, my asthma has been kicking in from allergies. And so I've been doing a lot of around my ribs, blasting, cupping. Whatever will help me breathe. So I'm just coming up and around. Whew, they're sore too. And again, make sure you get this spot that I'm not getting because of my clothing. Very important spot there. Because, you know, if you're a female, which everyone on the live feed is a female, you know, we've been wearing bras most of our life, and so that makes it a sticky spot. Plus, it's where we get those posture issues, and it's just sticky there. Get under your rib. Coming down onto the stomach. Well, I'm gonna get my obliques a little more. Get that rib. From the rib to the hip. External oblique. Lateral fascia line. If you have any neck issues, it will be in this lateral line. Always. Other side. How we doing? Woo-hoo. Good. Yep. Feels good, huh? Okay, come around your hips. I gotta get the rest of my tummy. See, sometimes I get carried away on a spot and I'm like, whoa, we gotta go finish the body. But that's the way I am in the shower. It's like, it's the same with dry brushing. I pick up my dry brush every day. And I encourage you to dry brush every day. Everybody, get a dry brush. They're inexpensive. I have a lot of them, and they sit. They're all over. I'm just dry brush. Brush your teeth, brush your body. So I usually get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, and then I have a dry brush I actually might have 3. I might have one on my night. So my inversion table is by my bed. That's about the only action going on up there, so it's okay that my bedroom's kind of a fascia room as well. And so I go to the bathroom and then I grab a dry brush and I just throw my foot on the counter and I start dry brushing my feet and it feels good, and I go up to my legs and I'll do my lower body, and then I get on my inversion table and I do my back, my torso, and my arms, and then I'll grab my blasters and blast my scalp and my upper body, you know, if it feels good while I'm hanging.
Do you do the hanging for your spine or for the blood flow?
So I've had, it does both.
Or both?
It's absolutely, so as we're talking, finish up on your abdominals, whatever the finish up looks like to you. If you're using a mini 1, mini 2, pat anything here. I know this is a favorite of many. So there's so many benefits of immersion tables. I highly, highly recommend. They take up a lot of space, but it gives you traction in your spine and it decompresses all of your joints. It also gets the blood flow right to the head and, you know, can lower your blood pressure. For me, I've had it for many, many, many years, but when I think coming into COVID, I started using it a lot, coming into COVID season. And because I was really scared with my asthma and stuff, and so I started doing breathing treatments and cupping while hanging. And then when I got COVID, that bad boy, I used it like hour and a half a day to keep my lungs open. And so I think it really did help me stay out of the hospital. So it really helps me with the breathing. There's so many benefits. Biggest thing is,
Which type do you have? Do you have the type that bend at the knee, or are you 100% straight?
so I actually don't even use the back plate. I actually just hang by my feet straight down. I have nothing behind me. But I've been doing it for many, many years, and I've also been doing yoga. So I'm accustomed to being inverted, having my head below my heart, and so I'm very used to it, and I actually can hang 45 minutes or an hour, and then when you start, you may only be able to do 2 minutes. Once in a while, some blood vessels will pop, but it doesn't bother me. Let's move on to our legs now. If you want to do a few circles on your tummy. If you go to my YouTube channel, I posted a little video of me hanging, and in the post, I put all the benefits, and I think I linked a few in my Amazon store. If you don't have one, if you're into secondhand, you'll find them on, you know, Craigslist or whatever marketplace all the time, because people don't use them. You know, they get them, and a lot of times they'll get on them and they'll hang on it too much the first time, and it'll hurt, you know, or they'll get stuck in it. You have to ease into it, just like with blasting or anything else. You can't do an hour your first time.
Right.
Huge help.
Yeah. What? Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, wait a minute. So sit on me first, because mom's a little late.
What?
You have fun?
I was just going to remind whoever's talking to your kids that we can hear you. I don't have you muted today. All right, let's do our legs. So I'm getting my paddle and Big Daddy and getting it done on the legs. I wasn't like, whoever that was, I wasn't scolding. I was just trying to give a friendly reminder, because I'm the person that, like, you hang up the phone, or you know, and then your kid comes and you're like, rah, 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 rah. You sound like a crazy idiot, and then you look at the phone and like, God, did I hang up? You know, did anyone hear me just sound like a crazy person? I can't hear you guys. Hopefully you're coming back. It just said that we had poor connection. Hello, hello. Ugh. Okay, I'm looking on the live feed here. All right, coming back, coming back. Hey, hey, you guys back? Okay, you're back?
Yep.
I lost you for a minute.
Yeah, you're back.
I know, it's my cell phone was like perking. I'm like, don't tell me we have no internet and no cell. So keep working around your leg. I'm gonna actually, I think I'm gonna stand up and get my legs done.
Did you have a good night? You going to see the cousins? We got them. We can make mama. We are pretty mama. Yeah.
And go ahead and keep doing your legs. I went ahead and muted. There was someone in the background talking here. All right, so get the hamstrings, that glute hammy tie-in. FasciaBlaster Big Daddy are by far my favorite for the legs because of the size. You know, I have like, what, 9 face blasters, and they're even a little bit sharper and better because I have more leverage. So I'm actually going to get the inner thigh, getting it all here. Coming up. A little more lotion. Again, if you use lotion, it's fine. Just you may have to reapply more. If you want to do your glutes, do your glutes. Up to you. Get up by my knee. And again, I'm just going to tilt in, get that inner thigh. And if you want a little deeper here, grab another blaster. I'm going to hit it with my Big Daddy. And again, I can come into different positions. Get that sticky spot on hamstrings. Come up to the top. Get that hip flexor. And go on to the other side. Getting the whole entire leg, whole upper leg, I should say. Inner thigh, maxillus medialis, up in the hip flexor. If you want to do the glute, do a little of the glute, do the whole glute, half the glute, whatever you want. Sit back. Get Get on that sit bone. Get into that hamstring. Now I'm going to switch to my Big Daddy. Down by my knee. And back on my hip area. Whew. Just gonna get a sore spot there. I just hit my hip capsule. Okay, that's it for my upper leg. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna get my lower legs. Bring it a little lower. All right, and get the outside. Again, FasciaBlaster saves time. We could easily do full body blast in 10-15 minutes. If we were going at a good pace. Get the other one. Okay, going behind. Make sure you have enough lotion. How we doing? Yay, good, good. Almost got the whole body. If you're watching on the recording, you can stop at any time, hit pause, do a little more in what area, just to give you a few tips. Now I'm going to take my Big Daddy and come up and down those calves, so I'm way behind the knees, getting those attachments. Oh, it feels so good. Come on the outside with my bigger claw, right up to the shin bone. And I'm going to put a little lotion across my knee and on the inside and down to the insides of my feet. I'm going to grab my FasciaBlaster. I'm getting the inside of my knee, top of my knee, and then my inner calf, and down to the inside of my foot, top of my foot, just finishing this up all across the top of this ankle. Feels amazing. Again, across my knee, inside the knee. You can open up and get back behind the knee. And down. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Across my knee, my inner knee. and across the top of my foot. Check my knee again. Get that arch. I'm going to put some on the top and the bottom of my feet, my tops, the bottoms of the feet, and you finish up with your hands. So I take the, I like taking my FasciaBlaster across each toe in the arch. And you could literally spend an hour on one foot. So this is just a full body blast, touching all parts of the body. If you're live, you can go at your own pace, doing more or less in any area. On the replay, take pauses, do more, do it twice if you want. Whatever your body may need, and remember your needs may be different on a different day. Okay? Oh, that feels so good on my feet today. Well, it actually feels good on my feet every day. Okay, let's go to the bottom. And the other side. Giving my feet lots of love, 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 love. I'm gonna do like a 10 to 15 mile hike today. Up a mountain too. All right, finish off with your hands. And then next you want to do some fascia yoga, lengthening and strengthening, because that is the best combination. All right, that is a full body blast. Great job.